crisis in America, and it goes beyond healthcare, the economy, and national security. Yet solving this crisis is the key to solving problems with poverty, unemployment, discrimination, healthcare, the environment, energy, immigration, national security, and the economy. Left unresolved, the crisis keeps snowballing and leaves nothing in its path untouched. The crisis that was once believed to affect primary and secondary education has now seeped into our college, universities. So why are we allowing this crisis to go unresolved when the stakes are so high? When are we going to say enough is enough? When are we going to take a stand for education? According to the National Right to Read Foundation, 42 million Americans cannot read, write, or perform simple math. Another 50 million Americans cannot read past the 4th grade level. Current estimates state that the number of functionally illiterate adults increases every year. America's public education systems are failing by forgetting to put students first, with devastating consequences for our future. In order to fix these problems, we must all take a stand for education. I will first begin by telling you how big the problems are. Reporting indicates that the United States continues to decline in areas such as math, reading, and in science compared to other nations. According to a Program for International Student Assessment, or PISA, a study was conducted in 2003, and the United States ranked 25 out of 30 in mathematics. And again in 2006, PISA conducted a study, and the United States ranked 21 out of 30 in science. Recent studies also indicate that our public school systems are not doing enough to prepare students for college. According to an article from CNN, 7,000 students drop out of high school each day. That's one student every 26 seconds, and 1.3 million every year. According to the Evergreen Freedom Foundation in Olympia, more than 40% of recent Washington State high school graduates attending community college enrolled in remedial courses to prepare them for college work. These same sentiments were echoed in a personal interview conducted with College of the Desert president, Mr. Patton. He stated that 9 out of 10 incoming freshmen are required to take remedial courses in order to prepare themselves for college-level work. Now that we've discussed how big these problems are, let's take a look at what causes these problems and the effects that they have on our students. There are many problems that affect our education systems today. I would like to discuss 3 major causes. The first is lack of funding. Lack of funding has a negative impact on our school systems. Public, primary, and secondary education teachers have to deal with increased class sizes, furlough days, and teacher layoffs. During a personal interview with Noelle Johnston, a local 4th grade teacher, she stated, "When a school is labeled as low performing, all funding ceases for programs designed to reach higher performing children. This stifles achievement and challenges teachers to do more with less." Funding cuts have also affected colleges and universities. Many campuses have raised tuition and fees, and here at College of the Desert, we have cut fall and spring sections. They've also cut intersession classes, which also occurs on throughout many community colleges in California. When sections are cut, there are fewer classes available to students, thus making it harder for students to graduate or transfer in a timely manner. During a personal interview with President Patton, he acknowledged how cutting sections at College of the Desert has negatively impacted the students. Teachers play a significant role in educating our students, but the controversies surrounding teacher contracts and how to measure teacher effectiveness in the classroom make this one of the biggest causes that we need to fix. Getting passionate teachers in the classroom and keeping them there is a problem. Ben Davis wrote in an article entitling "Examining Teacher Performance Incentives" states, "Teacher performance incentive plans operate on the theory that excellent teachers are the most important factor behind superior student performance. Addressing the issue of teachers who have lost the desire to teach is another factor to consider. According to the Pro-Education Reform documentary, Waiting for Superman, 1 out of every 57 doctors loses his or her license to practice medicine. 1 out of every 97 lawyers loses their license to practice law. And in many major cities, only 1 out of 1,000 teachers is fired for performance-related issues. Why? Because of tenure. Some teachers who have lost their desire to teach continue to do so until they retire. This makes it more difficult for students in the classroom to learn effectively. And finally, I would like to discuss mass apathy. Mass apathy is the loss of passion or emotion. Students have no excitement about learning. Parents who have been a part of a failed education system now watch their children continue to be a part of failed education. They have given up. They have lost faith in teachers, politicians, and in general, the entire system. According to dictionary.com, learned helplessness is defined as the act of giving up of trying as a result of consistent failure to be rewarded in life. Remember the dropout rate in the United States? 7,000 students per day. These students have given up on themselves and the system because their parents, teachers, administrators, and legislators have failed them. Now that we discussed the problems that affect our education systems and the causes and effects on students, I would like to take a look at some solutions. First, get informed, be educated, and get involved. Be a teacher. Everyone has the capacity to teach. Volunteer at schools or youth organizations. Sharing your experiences and knowledge is a great way to get involved. Second, vote. Voting gives you the opportunity to elect officials who value your same beliefs and morals. Third, hold officials accountable. Send them letters. Let them know how you feel about education. And finally, follow examples of what works. In Washington, D.C., Michelle Rhee, the school's chancellor, implemented several changes in her district over the past 4 years. According to an article titled Education Manifesto, Washington went from being the worst performing school district in the country to leading the nation in gains on the National Gold Standard Test, the National Assessment of Educational Progress. We can apply innovative ideas to achieve greater results. This is working smarter and not harder. Finally, today we have discussed how the education systems in the United States are in crisis. We have discussed several reasons why this is happening and how it is affecting the students. And finally, we discussed real solutions that will help put the focus back on the students and in the classroom where it belongs. Today, there is a crisis in America, and it goes beyond healthcare, the economy, and national security. This crisis is our education systems. 7,000 students per day drop out of high school. This is far too many for me. I set out to motivate each and every one of you to take a stand for education. I hope that I have given enough information and resources that you can now stand up and fight for education. Get informed, be educated, and get involved. Our future is at stake. Thank you.